Hey everyone, welcome back to the month ahead reading. This is for May 2024. If you're new, welcome. And basically what I'll do is I'll talk about what's coming up for the astrology and the energies for the month ahead for May astrologically, and then I'll do cards for your sign. There will be timestamps below. If you're interested in the energies for the month and what the general energies, and also for you know, I do mention certain signs. Whoops, sorry about that. Just adjusting the camera. I do mention certain signs in the general part of the reading, like what to expect, especially if you're an earth sign. Definitely pay attention to the astrological part of this, because you'll be interested to hear some good news for May for you. Okay, so sorry, just give me a second. I've got to fix this a little bit. Hopefully that's better. Sometimes it's hard to get the camera exactly right. Okay, I think it's okay. So just before I get into it, if you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is below to my website, readingswithsusan.net. If you don't know me, I'm a psychic medium and an astrologer. I have many years experience in astrology, studying astrology, and also reading for clients is over a decade now internationally. And also am in person. If you're in Sydney, you can book with me in person. If you're in the Sydney area at a shopping centre, I work out of a shop there, and you can find out more about that if you haven't met with me before. You can go to my website now. Actually, I've got a new listing where you can actually book that from my website. So book the in-person reading straight from my website, and then I will email you with my availability and we'll book you in for a time. Other than that, if you're interested in more content from me, more than what I post on YouTube, visit my Patreon, link below as well. I update with Patreon on, you can get info like what's happening with the new moon. I post the chart, talk about the chart, the full moon every month. Where I have time, I try to get that done. So I also do extra pick a card readings. I've been a little bit behind this last month because it's been school holidays, and as a parent it's really hard to juggle everything, but I do my best. And you're welcome to join there if you're in the USA, or USA, it's $5 a month to join on tier 1 Patreon. If you want to learn tarot, study psychic development with me, that's a different tier. That's tier 4, and check it out anyway if you're interested. So let's get into it. So looking at May, definitely a very different energy to what we've just had in April. April was more on the chaotic side, definitely, and as I'm making this video now, it's still April, so only I think tomorrow, and then we go straight into May. So I'm personally looking forward to it. If you're an earth sign, you've got a lot to look forward to for the month of May, especially if you're a Taurus, if you have anything in Taurus later degrees. So when I say later degrees, specifically around 27 to 29 degrees of Taurus, it's going to be really lucky for you. If you have Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, even Mars or Jupiter, especially as well, Jupiter, around those degrees I mentioned, the later part of May has got some goodies for you, some exciting energies. So look out for that. Also, the other signs that are going to benefit from this perky energy with Venus and Jupiter lining up, I should have said it's Venus and Jupiter coming into alignment this month, towards the end of the month. The other sign that is going to benefit is Gemini. But if you're born at the very beginning, or if you have anything very early degrees of Gemini, so like 0 to 1 degrees of Gemini, you're going to benefit from that. Now, the other signs that will also benefit from that will be the other air signs. So again, early degrees 0 to 1 or 2 degrees of Libra or Aquarius as well. So check your chart to see if you have any of those placements that I've mentioned. I'm just going to sip some water and tell you more about May. Okay, so we start May on the 1st with Mars in Aries. So straight away, the energy really does pick up, and technically that starts at the very end of April, the last day of April, I believe. Mars goes into Aries, so that's a very strong, fiery energy. Mars is in its home sign in Aries. It's dignified there, so it's a powerful energy. You can get a lot done with this energy. You can feel very restless, action orientated. You feel like it's time to take charge of things. Mars in Aries is initiating energy, so initiating new beginnings in your life. And yeah, it's a forceful energy as well. It's people with Mars in Aries tend to be, you know, if you've got this personally in your chart, rather than it just being a transit, you're very much like a sharp object or a blunt object. You know, you can be very blunt, quite forceful, and you just, when you want to get something done, you want to get it done with as least resistance as possible. and go straight to the point. So yeah, but in the collective, having this energy happen, this is going to be good for the fire signs. If you've got natal Mars in Aries, this will be at some stage over the course of the next few weeks or so. This will be your Mars return, so it's a new beginning for those with Mars in Aries. If you're 0 degrees Mars in Aries, it's going to be obviously the beginning of the month, and later into that sign, Mars in Aries, your new beginning will come towards the end of the month. But you don't need to know a bit more about astrology if you know your chart to know what I'm talking about there. Other than that, though, the other signs that will benefit from Mars being in Aries are the other fire signs, that will be Sagittarius and Leo. So that will be very good energy where you'll find you just feel a bit more energized. If you've been feeling tired recently, fire signs, you've got more energy coming, so that's really good news. The other stuff happening, I just want to mention actually about the new and full moon. So I'll cover those and then I'll go to the rest of the astrology. So on May 7th, we have a new moon and it's in Taurus. Okay, so this is happening on 18 degrees of Taurus. If you have anything in your chart, for example, like my Venus is 21 of Taurus, so this new moon is very close to my Venus. So this is actually very good for me, very positive. So the new moon in the sky is actually lining up with Venus as well. So, it's a little bit of a wider degree-wise, or what we call a wider orb in astrology. So the new moon is 18 degrees of Taurus and Venus is about 10. So it's still a conjunction, but it's quite wide there. There is also a conjunction that's a little bit closer to Jupiter in Taurus. So this moon is going to be quite a big energy, this new moon, with Jupiter lining up there, and sextile with Saturn, which I actually like that, because what it does is it shows whatever this new beginning is in your life is very practical and grounded in reality. It may still require your efforts with the sextile to Saturn to implement something new that has a potential for prosperity, abundance, even in regards to love, because we're talking about Venus and Taurus energy, which is about enjoying simple pleasures, enjoying pleasure in life, enjoying your relationships, your money, your finances. So it could be a creative new idea that you have. If this touches something in your chart, like I mentioned, around 18 degrees of Taurus, if you have anything around that, this is going to be a significant energy of a new beginning for you that you can really, in a step-by-step fashion, build something that has a lot of potential, okay, for your life. So I think this new moon is a beautiful new moon because it is in the sign of Taurus, which is exalted, which means the best placement for the moon, and it's with Jupiter, which is really strong. So, and sextile Saturn, so it's grounded as well. So that's good. That's the new moon. The full moon later on in the month happens on the 23rd of May, and that's on 2 degrees of Sagittarius. It makes an opposition to Venus at the last degree of Taurus there, on the anaretic degree of Taurus, 29 degrees. 29 degrees of Taurus is also the Pleiades as well. So there could be a bit of, with this full moon, some kind of tension. Even though the full moon is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius tends to be a more jovial, light-hearted, adventurous, kind of fun energy. However, it does have a dark side to it. It can be... The dark side of Sagittarius is rigid thinking in a way where, how do I explain it? It's like fanaticism, where you have such an extreme belief that, it becomes too much. So there could be issues flaring up in society around that full moon, around people's beliefs. Sagittarius does rule things like religion, what we attach our thoughts and perspectives to, philosophy, belief systems, all that stuff. And with opposition to Venus, it could be that there's some tension in the air around that time. Venus in Taurus, 29 degrees, is very practical and wanting things to stay grounded and peaceful. There is a sextile to Pluto with that full moon on the 23rd of May, so that is helpful, but there can be issues around power or power struggles potentially. You can also look to where the full moon falls in your chart. So have a look where you have, if you know your chart, 2 degrees of Sagittarius, to see where the full moon lands as to what you may be letting go of at this time. All right, back to the rest of the transits for the month. So I did want to just talk about the new moon and full moon, get that out of the way, and then I'm going to go to the other things now. So from around May 2nd, May 3rd, Pluto starts to go retrograde. So if you've got anything around 2 degrees or 1 degree of Aquarius. This will be felt by you. It could be, feel like a release of pressure in one way, but it can also feel like revisiting something from the past around power struggles, your insight around certain things. It is in Aquarius, and it is going back to 0 degrees of Aquarius, I believe. I'd have to double check that. And I know that at the end of the year, Pluto will retrograde back to 29 degrees of Capricorn for the last time this year before it fully goes into Aquarius next year, where it will not return to Capricorn. But anyway, I digress. But that's happening on May 3rd. So if you're a Scorpio ruled type person, Scorpio rising, moon, even Venus or Mars, you may find Pluto retrograde a little bit psychological, let's just say, because the energy sort of pulls you more within to analyze things in a deeper way, and so it can be a bit intense in that way on a mental, psychological level. Mercury will be in Aries till May 16th, and then Mercury, which is the planet of communication and the way we think, May 16th goes into Taurus. So I like that because Mercury in Taurus is a more mentally stable energy. Mercury in Aries, it's not a bad placement, but it's just a little bit intense and very, very blunt and a bit combative. So from May 16th, we may find in our communications with others, they're a bit more peace, a bit more loving, more harmonious, and willing to kind of just rise above problems and kind of like leave things in the past that belong in the past. But that said, Mercury in Taurus can be very stubborn and can hold on to things, but it is more of a harmonious energy. So I think communications will tend to settle down if they've been a bit hyped up prior to May 16th. And then, yeah, like I said, from May 16th onwards, Mercury's in Taurus, so that's more of a calm energy. It's also creative energy, so if you have new creative ideas, it can be good for you. If you're in a creative business or if you do something related to the arts, you can be more passionate about it as well. 18th to the 22nd of May, there is a bit of a tense energy with the Mars in Aries conjunct the North Node in Aries. So that is known as a malefic energy. We could definitely see things in the world that are on the level of, talking about wars or, things that are happening that are definitely related to fighting, world tensions, things of that nature could be peaking between the 18th to the 22nd. Not the best time to have a knee-jerk reaction about something, especially if you've got Aries in your chart, or to overreact to something, because this energy can make us feel very impatient and a bit stressed out. Not everyone will be affected by that, but you may feel, if you're sensitive, you may feel this tension in the air. Okay, so the other thing is the 26th of May, that is the Venus-Jupiter conjunction in Taurus. So that's the one that I said, if you've got anything around, it's roughly 25 to 29 degrees of Taurus, you'll benefit greatly from this. This can, depending where it is in your chart, so it will be in a particular house, that conjunction of Jupiter and Venus together. Wherever this is in your chart, it's going to bring benefits to your life. So if it's in your relationship sector, you'll find like there's some news in a relationship or some positive news from somebody. If it's in your career, you'll find you get some great news around your career or some great feedback or something that boosts your path, maybe more money, because Taurus is about prosperity and abundance and really positive energy. Someone could give you, a gift. It depends, where it is in your chart. And also, so just to make it simple, anyone that has 25 to 29 degrees of Taurus is going to be influenced positively. Then on the 21st of May, the Sun moves into Gemini. So happy birthday to the Geminis. Gemini season kicks off, and we feel a little bit more the pace picking up. And and so then we have Venus also move into Gemini from the 24th of May. So a few days after Sun in Gemini, then Venus in Gemini. So again, there's more of a social buzz in the air. There can be like a lot of communications more than usual, a bit of a buzz around communications and one's social life. It's a good time to get out and about, to connect with people, to socialize. If you've been hibernating or holding yourself back too much, from 21st of May with the Sun in Gemini, and especially from the 24th when Venus joins joins the sun in Gemini, this is definitely a time to socialize. It's a great time for that, because you're going to find it more mentally stimulating and rewarding in that way. Then Jupiter moves into Gemini around that same time, and this is great for air signs. So that happens around May 26th. So Jupiter in Gemini, that's going to speed up the pace of everything. Things are going to really feel like time is speeding up, and that there's a lot going on. There's a frenetic pace. So the only thing I'd say watch out for is overstimulation on the mental level, because with Sun in Gemini, Venus in Gemini, and Jupiter in Gemini, that's a lot of mental stimulation. That can be overstimulation and too much input coming in. So we may need to definitely watch how much social media we're consuming. You know, endless scrolling on social media, things like that can be really bad for you with these energies, because it can feel like the brain is on overload. But on the positive side, this Jupiter in Gemini energy is bringing expansion to people with Gemini placements. So expansion in your life, bringing you out of a rut. Also beneficial for Aquarians and Libras as well. So it's bringing like a boost to your life. Again, it depends on your chart and where you have certain placements. All right, guys, so that is the astrology for May. I feel like it's definitely an exciting month. I feel like we've had month after month of just intensity, and finally we have a month that feels good, which is very nice, and it happens to be my birthday month, which I'm excited about. All right, let's get into the cards for you guys. So earth signs. Okay, so I've got a mix of different decks here. I've got the Morgan Greer Tarot. I've got the Fortune Oracle, which I was drawn to. And I've also got the messages from... This is the messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle. That's a long title, I know. And, oops. And then I'm going to use also one more. This one here, the Chakra Insight Oracle. All right, so I'm going to start with the earth signs, okay? So us lucky Taurians that have a blessed month this month, and also Virgo and Capricorn. Earth signs, what have we got in the cards for you guys this month? Earth signs. May. Does anything want to pop out? I'm going to grab one, because when nothing pops out, oh, two came out, I grab where the energy is and what's, you know, getting my attention, which was those. Okay, Fortune Oracle for the earth signs. What do we have? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, May. Oh, this one. The Chakra Insight Oracle, earth signs for May. Oh, wow, crown chakra just jumped out. Okay. Connecting with your third eye. That purple color relates to the third eye. It's number 43, which is a 7, which is about trusting your intuition this month, earth signs. Okay, and one last card from the messages from the... Ooh, lightning breakthrough. Wow, love to see that. That is a really great card. Okay, earth signs, if you've been waiting for a breakthrough, this is your month for that breakthrough to happen. 2 and 1 is 3, so it's coming through a communication. Lightning relates to, this is something that maybe you could have sensed it. If you're very intuitive with the crown chakra card, you could have had a message about this, but with the lightning, it's something that comes out of the blue. Ooh, you have beware. Be careful who you trust at this time. Wowzers. Okay, earth signs, we have to be careful who we trust. 10 of Cups and the Devil. Oh my gosh. I have to laugh at that. That is just so crazy, because it's just very extreme energy here. All right. So, okay, earth signs, this is what we got. Now, with the Devil here, with the 10 of Cups, I mean, why does that make me laugh? Because I feel like, to be honest, and with the Beware card, it tells me a lot. I feel like some of you already know this is an issue with somebody, okay? So, especially if you're a Virgo. I mean, like, I think all earth signs are onto it, because Virgos are very extremely observant. Pick up on the slightest nuance of detail. This is about relationships, by the way, earth signs. Okay, so on the one hand, yes, you have a breakthrough in a relationship this month. I'm going to do the Astro Dice as well, by the way, in a second. Yes, while you have a breakthrough this month, you still have to be careful, because you are dealing with somebody here that has a little bit of the devil in them. It's just great. Oh, God. Now, this person could be promising you things, or, oh, sorry if you can't see the other cards. That's the Beware card. It's a number 3, and it says, be careful who you trust at this time. I've really got a lot to unpack here for this, even though there's only a few cards. That's the lightning card. Sorry if you couldn't see that before. Sometimes I don't realize I've got stuff off camera. Okay, so back to this Devil with the 10 of Cups. It's like someone could be promising you a relationship in some way, or, you know, maybe it's something changes, something shifts perhaps in someone's life or your life to where something's opening up here in a relationship. However, the Devil card, there's a spectrum here with the Devil, okay? It's not just like all one thing. It can be, because this is a general reading, okay? I have to factor that in for everybody. So with the Devil coming up here, no coincidences we have this warning card with the Devil, and the colors are even similar on this deck, which is eerie. Watch out for this person, because they could have issues, okay? They could have problems that are on the darker side. Again, I say it's a spectrum, so it depends on your situation, right? I almost feel like I need to cleanse this little Devil energy. You know, the Devil card has many meanings, but in this particular reading, it is to do with relationships, guys. So be very aware. Now, with the Jupiter-Venus conjunction in Taurus, this makes a lot of sense to me, because that is a very sensual energy. This can also be sexuality, someone who's, you know, triggers you in that lustful chemistry, you know, your chemistry and that kind of level. There is something here, there is potential, but this person is still in the Devil energy. They're coming to you in this energy, which means they've got unresolved issues that they have not worked on. They've got shadow issues that they have not worked on. They may even tend to project or end up projecting negativity towards you because of some faulty perceptions that they have. Because to be honest, I feel like the earth signs here that are watching, you guys are the 10 of Cups energy. You actually got a lot to offer in love. And this person, you may idealize them or put them on a pedestal, or in some way, or you may not actually, you may try to see the lighter side of them or see the light in them, but you may not realize that they have this darker side. So this darker side may not be evident all the time. It may just come out sometimes, which is usually the case with dysfunctional people, because clearly if they show you the Devil side all the time, you're not going to want to be around them at all. So they can be very charming and, you know, all that sort of stuff, but just to beware is what's coming through, because there is a sudden change here with the breakthrough lightning that could feel exciting in some way, or could feel like something is shifting. But be careful with this person that you're dealing with, because they could bring trouble. Maybe not this month, but long term. Your intuition knows, okay? So sorry to be the bearer of semi-negative news, but again, these are general readings, you know, take it with a grain of salt. This is not a personal reading. So let's just do the astro dice here with all this and see what comes out for the earth signs, and see if we can get any other validations. Interesting, we have the 12th house and Scorpio. Yeah, exactly. And Mercury. Look at that. Mercury, Scorpio, 12th house. That's a little bit of a dysfunctional energy right there. Mercury and Scorpio can tend to be a bit paranoid, or that's more of a darker perception. So this person has a darker perception of how they see life. They might be a bit cynical. 12th house can be mental health issues, okay? So, look, again, it depends on your situation. These are general readings, so I can't say that enough here, because, you know, but, yeah. All right, guys. Well, despite all that, I have to say the main thing that stands out to me is your intuition is switched on to everything. So it's up to you to navigate a situation carefully. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. All right, let's move on to the, who have we got next? The air signs. All right, air signs. So we're looking at Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All righty. How am I going for time? Okay, 24 minutes in. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What have we got for you guys for May? It's going to be an interesting month for the Geminis, because Jupiter is going into your sign and Venus is going into your sign. So definitely things are picking up with regards to your social life, and a lot going on. You'll be very busy, Geminis, and possibly also the Libra and Aquarius. Definitely. There's a lot of growth coming in. Oh, we have base chakra for the air sign. So this is like that energy of the root chakra is like sexuality. It's your sense of groundedness in life. It's your stability and prosperity, all that kind of thing. So make sure you're being grounded. But I feel like with this energy, this is about like intimacy is what I'm getting. So there could be more intimacy for some of the air signs this month. Ooh, death card, Scorpio energy. Okay, and the Seven of Pentacles. For some air signs, you may be thinking of changing jobs, and that could actually happen this month, okay, because of the death card here and the Seven of Pentacles. This is like, look, this is not everybody. Again, I always say, you know, take the messages with a grain of salt, because these are general readings. But this Seven of Pentacles with the death card is like, you might feel bored at work. You might feel like you need a change at work, but you might have fear about money. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what else. Let's see what comes up with the Fortune Oracle for your fortunes for May air signs. Now, not all air signs are going to be wanting to change jobs, but some air signs may be going through some kind of change, like a boss leaves, or, you know, if you're working with clients, some change with a client, or, you know, endings and new beginnings, the end of a project with a death card, the end of something you've been working on. That could be other meanings of this for other air signs. Let's see what else air signs for May. Cracker. Positive energy surrounds you, love, joy, and good fortune. Well, that's very good. Another 7 here. So, yeah, definitely trust your intuition, because you have this positive energy here saying, you know, despite any changes around you this month, you're actually in a very positive position in your life at this time, air signs. Okay, let's see what else you've got for May. I'm getting a lot of worries, so maybe I'm getting Aquarius energy on this. Maybe the Aquarians have been worrying a lot. Wouldn't surprise me with Pluto in your sign. Rain, renewal. Nice. 29. These two cards are very positive. Some air signs might be wanting to go on a holiday, take a break. This is summer energy I'm getting for this. So if you're in, say, the USA, where it's going into the warmer seasons, or the UK, where it's getting warmer, there's something about like possibly planning for a holiday, thinking about holidays, future holiday plans. I want to get one more card from this deck for the air signs. What else have you got? Desert, thirst. Interesting. So for some of you, maybe wanting more out of a relationship is what I'm getting here, and that could be on your mind. Or if you're not in a relationship, you could be like, if you're just sort of seeing someone, or you've been talking to someone, you're wanting more out of this. For some in relationships, you may be feeling like you're just not getting enough out of it at the moment, or you're waiting for more to develop, is what I'm seeing here. Venus, very nice. Pisces, 6th house. Okay. Again, if you're an air sign and you're changing jobs this month, this is a good sign for you, because Venus is exalted in Pisces. We have the 6th house of work. If your health has been a little bit subpar, there should be improvements in your health this month. And this is more of a relaxing energy. So if you've been working really hard in the month of April, even up to some part of May, this is saying you should get a break at some stage, or this month, or get to enjoy yourself a little bit more this month. And that also confirms that, because this is like a bit of a partying energy, or a relaxing and having fun energy, or social energy. So that's what I'm getting there. Okay, so that was the air signs. Now moving on to water signs. I just got to drink some water before I do that. Okay, so water signs: Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What have we got? Oh, you have the World water signs for May. And the Ace of Rods. That's beautiful. Wow. Powerful completion energy here, and a powerful new beginning. And this can be like new vitality, something new beginning that fills you with passion, excitement, but also it can be relationship related, like a renewal in a relationship for the water signs. Can also be where you've completed something and you're really looking forward to this next chapter. So that could happen at any time this month. You have faith. So have faith. It says hope, support, miracles, and spirituality, and it's number 48. So this energy is very strong, the World, because it's a major card. It can indicate something serious has ended, or something big has finished. And maybe to have this new beginning, it requires an element of faith in some way for you guys, for the water signs. Okay, let's see what else you have from the Fortune Oracle Water signs. Chariot. Charge ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused. 6. 6 can be about work. So for some it might be career work related, or it can be, for some it can also be health. But whatever it is, you guys, the water signs, this is saying with faith you will be successful in moving forward with something new. Okay, that's very strong and clear here. One last card for the water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Something here, I feel it very strongly. Imagination. So with the imagination card, this is showing that you've been brewing up things in your mind, or thinking of certain things that you want, you know, manifesting things, using visualization, or just like, you know, daydreaming and thinking, oh wow, I'd really love to have this in my future, or I'd really love to have that in my future. And with this being with a Chariot, I feel also this is very positive, saying you will get there. You also have Gemini, the 9th house, and Uranus. Whew. This is very mental energy here, so a lot of thinking going on for the water signs at this moment. There is some unexpected energy this month with the Uranus popping up. It could be, for some of you, water signs could be hearing from someone from long distance. So if maybe a communication from someone that you know overseas, or a relative, or a friend that lives far away, or a connection that lives far away from you, whether it's overseas or across the country or whatever it is. But there is an unexpected communication or unexpected news for the water signs this month. That's very clear there. Okay, so I'm moving on now lastly to the fire signs. All right, so that is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, fire signs, what have we got for May for you guys? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, May 2024. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. King of Swords. 5 of Swords. Oh gosh. Okay, so fire signs, watch your tempers this month. You may be feeling very determined, almost to an extreme perhaps. King of Swords with 5 of Swords can be someone who is verbally, either with you or you yourself, feeling verbally very sharp. Okay, this can be an argument, so giving you a heads up, fire signs, about your temperament, or, you know, reacting too strongly to things. And Mars and the North Node are going to be conjunct this month. If you're in Aries in particular, or if you've got Mars or Venus in Aries, Moon in Aries, you have to watch out for this energy, because something could trigger you guys, and it could flare up in a way that causes a big blowout with somebody. Angel, yes, ask your angels for support this month if you feel your temper is on edge. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. You are protected, so it doesn't need to get to a stage of anything extreme here. If you've got issues with, some of you might have issues with your neighbors or with people around you, or, you know, an unexpected issue with a work colleague, something like that. I'm going to ask with the Astro Dice what area of life this sharp verbal energy is coming out for fire signs. 12th house, Gemini, Neptune. Okay, so in part, your own inner defensiveness, because Neptune and the 12th house could be you may not be seeing things clearly. Okay, so do watch out for your own perception, your level of perception, and your insight that you have about yourself and how you're reacting. You know, you might be feeling very sensitive. With Gemini here, it could be, you know, you're dealing with an air sign, or a Gemini, or somebody that triggers you on the level of your subconscious mind. Okay, it could be something that someone says without thinking, and then you're reacting to it. Ask your angels to help buffer this energy, to shield you from any negativity. But again, it is showing that some of it is your own reaction here that can be thwarted or controlled or mitigated. Doesn't have to turn out so extreme. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so this might be only for a couple of people watching. You guys have Desert. Another group had this, Thirst. So you may feel this month, fire signs, a little bit like, maybe you're feeling a little bit left out, like you're not getting any, you know, exactly what you want, and a little bit of frustration. Patience required is what I'm getting here for the fire signs. Some of you may be traveling though, and if you are traveling, it's actually a good month for that, for the fire signs. Physical health, vitality, strength, body image, balance. Let me get one more card. Wow, base chakra. So yeah, there's a lot of red energy here. Look at that. The base chakra with this card is like you're feeling very revved up, you guys. No surprises with Mars being in Aries. That is a very combative energy. If you're not channeling this into physical exercise, creativity, or other ways that you are healthy for you to channel your physical energy, you could be feeling mentally frustrated or bogged down. So it's giving you a heads up about that, is what I'm seeing here. All right, guys, so that was the reading for the month ahead. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, all the links are below for my Patreon to book a personal reading and everything else. So thanks so much, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye.